weed, I'm blunting, no diseases, nothing ain't me like Jesus functions. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption, Super Saiyan wannabe. I eat a peanut buzzing, fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is about an hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken, missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beaming bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker, she bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul, press hold if God calls.
Bennett, Nat. I cut it off so that my Bennett would be harder and stronger.
Bananas.
Phil, how's it going, dude?
Phil.
Long time no see. It's so weird. I literally watched a like old video from the fucking Anaheim house that you were in, like you're there, and I was like, damn, I haven't talked to Phil in ages, and like here you go. I'm telling you, man, we are connected. There's an interconnected like web of consciousness in this world, and like, dude, come on, man.
Okay, wait, is it out of the thing again over there?
No, not now. We might have to get a new wire. That wire's been fucking with us. Oh my God, you gotta fix this.
Wait.
I'm dying. Okay, there we go.
Okay, sorry.
I'm a ghost these days, to be honest. It's okay, man. It's just so crazy that, like,
God damn
Creighton. Okay, unplug it from that wire and hand me your cord for your headphones.
Okay.
Technical difficulties are so fun.
Can they hear that? Oh, wait. Do you have another one?
I don't understand. Did you unplug it?
Yeah.
I still hear it, yeah. What the fuck is it?
It went away when I started messing with this one. Hold on.
Keep
Stand
it
by.
on.
What if I try this one? When I do this, I can hear again, but it still sounds like ass. So. We're back after a week of being gone, and we still have not figured this out. It's okay, though. We weren't going to figure it out anyway. You got it, Charlie? He's really good with his fingers.
I unplugged it. I don't know why it's still doing this.
Maybe it's not that wire, then.
But that wire's like keep touching.
I mean, there's two wires here that I can touch. Is this one? Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still going on, Charlie.
I know, I hear it.
Hello, Copenhagen, you sexy beast. It's almost like there should be a 5-minute-ish time period before the stream starts to figure this shit out, huh? Well, listen, we use that time for more important things, like vamping. But anyways, we've been out for a week. Phil's here. I'm a ghost these days. Phil, I don't remember you from the Anaheim house, but also I wasn't there, so there's that too. Oh, hey, you fixed it. What'd you do? Oh, it's back. It's gone. It's back. No, it's gone though.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. What was it?
Your iPhone charger was touching the metal on the mic wire, and I was giving feedback.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was sitting there looking at all these wires. I was like, what the fuck? God, dude, never. I've told you a million times, when you wear these, don't scrunch them. You fuck the wire up. It's so, these headphones are older than you. Copenhagen, you're right, and I'm an idiot. But to be fair, that was a problem we couldn't have realized until the mics were even on. Day 648 of Creighton looking like the shrimp boat version of Lieutenant Dan.
It's true.
I mean, honestly, though, like, we should get a wheelchair, and that should be your Halloween costume. That would actually be, like, you do look like him a lot.
It works for me, though.
I mean, you look like you should be, like, on top of the sail, yelling at God in the middle of a hurricane.
In the
Anyway,
middle of a hurricane.
the
in
weather-
The middle of a shrimp boat.
the weather in Bradford County, Florida is 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The precipitation is 4%. The humidity is 77%. The wind is 9 miles per hour. That's the weather in Bradford County, Florida. That's all I'm saying about Bradford.
What was the humidity?
Nothing about its Civil War Confederate captain, Richard Bradford, who was the first captain in all of the Civil War to die from Florida. Charlie does have the Forrest Gump haircut down pat. Okay, dude, how dare you? I mean, yeah. No,
Mom always said life was like a box of Charlies.
Look at me. I'm Creighton. Charlie and chocolate have the first two letters the same.
They're both
They're both words.
Did you see what I put on your workout board today?
No. Today?
Somebody wrote on there, Chris is hot. Chris is not hot, but he is pretty cool. And then I circled Chris and then drew an arrow and wrote Chris, CHRIS, question mark, or Chris, KRIS.
Why?
Because I was trying to work it into Charlie with KH, but then I was like, can that work?
What? Okay, no, we're not talking about this because I don't understand. And
Do you want me to get a board?
No,
I
I'm
can
okay.
Spell it out for us.
Why have I never put this together before? Fucking epiphany. Oh, the Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan. Well, I mean, to be fair, out of the two of us, I think that the roles would be reversed, like for real. You know, that's the big thing is that I'm more Lieutenant Dan and he's more Forrest Gump. If you know what I'm saying.
Who's my Jenny?
I like how you're just like, Creighton's just like, oh, Charlie has called me dumb, but what I need to figure out is the lady that's gonna bang me in 20 years.
It's probably Charlie. Charlie is my Jenny.
I'm your Jenny and your Lieutenant Dan.
Charlie.
Lieutenant Dan, this is Lieutenant Dan. This is my Lieutenant
We
Dan.
named all the boats Charlie.
Creighton is even dating a minority, and Charlie is forever alone.
Ooh.
Wait.
And you probably have a son out there somewhere. Probably.
Well, hold on. Oh, like if I was Forrest Gump. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. I was like, in my head, I've already gone the other way of me
Never
being
mind. I
Lieutenant
shouldn't
Dan.
say that. I thought
Say
about
it.
No.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna.
Oh, no, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Glad we thought of that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, this could have. Oh, hey, how's it going, Copenhagen? How are you doing? You having a good day?
The whole racism back. Yep, there you go. He's even got an ancestor that was in the KKK.
Fuck me. You've literally been calling me Charles Bedford Forrest this whole time. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? What do you? How are you acting like this hasn't been your whole thing? This is the whole thing this whole time.
I think he's just cool hunting.
He's what?
Cool hunting.
What does that mean?
Is your prediction word of the day, Charlie?
Oh my god.
Did you like that? That was pretty smooth.
If it works, if the word works in the context of the sentence, what's it mean?
Cool hunting. The practice of infiltrating youth cultures in an attempt to understand and predict trends and styles for the purposes of informing corporate product development and marketing.
That wasn't what he was doing at all.
If he was doing it for racial reasons,
No.
he's like, maybe the hip youth is all about being racist now. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be accurate, but you know, he's in the wrong group. First of all, you're not youth at all. You're like
me.
Yeah, you're like far beyond youth. You're like
I'm a year and a half older than you.
You're like almost into the, senior years, the twilight of your life, 57, I
Is
think. Is how old
Cinderfoot
you are?
gonna be here for the next podcast? We don't know. She was supposed to be here
Nah.
tonight, but then we kept calling her, and she finally answered, and she had
was
been
asleep.
asleep, and she was like, "Fuck it, just record without me." So we'll see. Tenderfoot is here when she wants to be here, and not any more or less. And sometimes when she wants to be here, she's not here.
Which
so
is okay. It's
Actually,
like
I was
a sidekick, She only comes around when we need her.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we know that there's going to be a lot of people like Copenhagen here, if we we call her in.
This past week and this next week are such a weird 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the past week I was on vacation.
Yeah, he
And
was
now
gone, but we still got a podcast in last
Yeah.
week, which was
Yeah.
we didn't miss a beat.
Well, it was a short one.
It was fine.
It was fine though.
It's fine.
And then the weirdest thing is I get back and now Creighton's on vacation for a week, but he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just hanging
Creighton
out.
is just like
down
took
the
a week
street.
off and like is gonna be at the house. So we're
the
gonna
same old thing I did last week.
Yeah, okay, dude. Hopefully we'll we're gonna try and get as many podcasts in. A lot of people like me being here. I'm the only motherfucker here.
And
What do you-
that's enough.
That's all we need, dude.
This just reminded me of the in-game scene where they're like, there's no satellites, there's no armies, it's just him, and Nebula goes, that's enough.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes,
When
and
they
that's enough.
yeah, whenever
And it's like 6 Avengers.
and they fucking annihilate him
Yeah.
in 10 seconds. 15 minutes in and fucking later Thanos.
Yeah. See, that's why we bring Melissa in. She would be the one to cut off Copenhagen's head.
She's Thor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Thor was definitely going through his Drake phase then, so she's definitely that version of Thor. You know what I mean?
How is that his Drake face?
I mean, look at him. He looks
Okay,
like he
you
was
know what?
listening
Sure.
to Drake on
Right.
the way there.
I feel like I'm the only fan at a WNBA game. Wow, that's rough. Dissing the W. Respectfully, I like the WNBA.
Well, I was gonna say
well,
they have
I
like,
actually prefer college
they-
women's basketball.
they have like a lot of great games. So like what you're saying is like because we're not in like the major leagues, we're like a better thing to watch sporting wise. It's just not quality content.
You know, I'm annoyed how much all that made sense because you don't know sports.
But I
you
know
don't- you
enough
don't
to
watch.
like get by. You know,
Right.
because I had to commentate sports for a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
2 or 3 years.
Which is so funny to me that you ever did that.
it was fun. I got to learn.
This guy Creighton, when we worked at Learn TV, this fucking dumbass, they were like, we need someone to
co-host.
we need a co-host commentator for the show.
And
And
I
Creighton
said,
was like,
I'll do it.
I'll do it. They were like, do you know anything about sports? He was like, oh, I know
No.
everything about sports. And he didn't know fucking shit about any of the sports at all. Sit in the poverty chair,
Well,
you
we
son
don't
of a
have
bitch.
it.
Yeah, it's next to you.
Where?
Look down to your left.
It's not here.
Yes, it is. I just saw it there.
Boy,
Shut up.
Your eyes were lying.
I
to
see
you.
it. I'm looking at it right
I
now.
don't know what you mean. It's not here.
That's crazy. Well, I just want you guys to know Creighton is not doing it because he doesn't want to, not because it's not there. It's totally there.
It's definitely not here. And without, damn it! Fuck. I was about to say without being able to see it, you guys will never know. But now here we are.
And there we are.
And now I have to sit in it.
Go ahead and get comfortable. I'll say things for a second. This guy would literally sit there, the old Harriet Tubman chariot. Jesus Christ. That's a new one
I
for
kind
it.
of want a stool to sit on in it. You know what I mean?
No. I don't know what you mean. You want to stack a stool on top of it?
Yeah.
Look, look at your little dumb head. You look so...
They cut my beard and forced me to eat it. Do you remember that? I do. Yeah. That guy is fantastic. He already had a full-ass grown beard in that clip, in the news clip. So you're
Yeah.
like, damn, how much of his beard did they cut off and force him to eat?
Now he really looks like Lieutenant Dan.
It's so much colder down here.
Yeah, well, heat rises.
The cream always rises to the top.
Creighton would he would co-host with someone who actually knew what he was doing. This
Which
guy
was-
named Nathan, and
No, it
he-
wasn't Nathan at first, remember? So it started off with volleyball.
Okay,
And I didn't know shit about volleyball.
you still don't.
I know a lot more now than I used to.
You're telling me you retain that knowledge?
Yeah.
It almost writes itself.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't have anybody else that would do it, so I just went in
And was just like, oh, hey, she hit the fuck out of that one.
Yeah.
Cra-
But I
literally
couldn't
cra-
cuss. I couldn't
Yeah.
cuss. I was very censored. But I had like the more so at first I was color analyst, and then because the other person dropped out, I started doing play-by-play. And I can't remember. I think it was Juan that we had as color analyst for a little bit. And Juan was pretty good at doing it because Juan would get really into it, whatever sport it was, and just start cussing in Spanish and, doing all the stuff that Juan does.
He would cuss.
And then we did I didn't do football at first because football is kind of like the main thing.
They want you to halfway know what you're talking about.
And we did basketball. I did basketball with Tori for a while, then Nathan, and I think it was me, Nathan, and Tori at one point, and then, we kind of like alternated for a little bit. Then soccer came around. Nobody wanted to do soccer, so it was literally just me and Juan. But I remember the first year that I did commentary for sports. We went to finals with Buford, the state championship with Buford all the way. First ever season that I commentated volleyball. And then we came around the soccer season, first season I had ever done soccer, and came around and did the state championship with that one too. And that was really fun. So I got to travel and see a lot of different things and kind of like get to talk to a lot of interesting people through that job in those seasons of that job.
I wish, like one thing that always bugged me about about Lancaster High School's football field was you had so many boxes up in the booth that were unused, right?
Yeah.
And I always was like, wouldn't it be cool? Stay with me. Wouldn't it be cool if they let us use one and we just had like a terrible broadcast where we clearly know nothing, but we're just saying everything super high energy, but like talking shit, cussing, like saying crazy shit.
It's where I first got comfortable kind of like shit talking a little bit on the air, because this one time Tori and I were doing soccer and Tori said something about this man's calves. And I was like, I cannot just ignore that, because Tori was talking about one of the coaches. Guy wasn't even playing the game. He was like,
Tori do be like shooting strays at guys who don't see him coming.
And he was like, yeah, his calves are in shape. And I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be doing play-by-play. And I said something about, and he like, shoots for the goal, and Tori's still over there looking at the coach's calves. And he got so mad. He punched me in the arm while I was talking. He said, man, why did you do that? And I was
dude, don't say this. It makes me, I can hear him. He's like, dude, you made me sound gay, man. Don't say that shit. Like, I could hear Tori getting all mad.
I couldn't help it. You can't just say something like that. Because in my mind, we were already listening to Woody and Wilcox at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God. You can't just say stuff like that and expect me not to say anything.
Like, something I always feel like would have been awesome. Like, I feel like there should be like almost an after show or like a side show you can watch of like I would record the whole thing. Not even a bloopers, but like a version of the broadcast where the people running the cameras are the ones also commentating.
Oh yeah.
Because like,
that whole conversation you and Quentin had
so
about
many different conversations
about the legalization of what was it?
Prostitution. Yeah, legalizing prostitution.
Yeah.
Me and Quentin at a fucking high school basketball game, we were talking.
Y'all were just going whoop.
We're just moving cameras left and right, just following the action. Like,
you guys are like, hey, so what about prostitution?
Literally, for like 2 hours, me and Quentin sit there, and we're the only ones. Fucking Paul and two people were down there commentating, but like they were so far away from us, no one could hear it.
I don't see how, because you remember when George was there, he would just go out and record the games and then record the commentary on top of it.
Yeah, afterwards.
I don't see how he did that, because some
so
of those
boring.
games get so intense that like you really have to be there in the moment.
Yes,
I would feel the energy.
I sat in the room with him a few times while he was.
He's just like, it's going back again.
I would be editing. Yeah, he would, dude. He lazy. He did it so lazy a couple of times where I literally looked over and like one team had the ball and he was like, Martinez passes to Paul. And, like, he's on his phone, and he hears the audience going, and he's like, there it goes. Like, looking at his phone. Like, he's not even, he's just, like, basing off of the sounds. He's like, oh, there it goes. And then he looks up at the screen, and he's like, she missed. like George would,
what if he looked up at the screen?
So late. What?
What if he looked up at the screen and was like, and that's 6 out of 5 potatoes.
Me and Nick are chilling. What's up, bro? Nick,
yeah,
Evan, what is
Nick
up, dude? Nick,
Evan and Nick.
Evan, I love you. Nick, how dare you?
What?
This man has been
MIA
ghosting me.
Me and Nick talk like every day. I don't know why.
That's crazy. That hurts. That's painful.
We literally hung out yesterday.
Okay, dude. You need to stop gaslighting me. It hurts. I'm in pain.
I invited Nick to my wedding. Like, I got married while you were out of town.
You were at my daughter's wedding. I trusted you. You son of a bitch.
I think I'm gonna name my next child after.
Actually,
Nick.
you
That's
know
how
what?
close we've
Nick
gotten.
and Evan joining the chat has made me want to really do that. We should literally just
What?
go to
Go
we
to
sh-
weddings?
No, we
Oh.
should go to high school sports teams games. Like get a printout sheet of the numbers so we know who's who.
We were gonna do this, remember?
Yeah, but, like, we
with
should
college.
just we should just bring the fucking cameras and literally everybody run a camera, everybody run a headset and a mic and just literally commentate as we're filming it
Yeah.
and just fucking talk shit.
You could drop a tarantula in his shorts, and he'd still be cool. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I guess we would need one person as like the control room person who's like fucking
Quentin?
selecting. Yeah, Quint or Nick or Evan or you or me, anyone with the iPad who can like if we're doing it on fucking whatever that service is they use. I can't remember.
Adios, pelota.
Okay, dude.
That's goodbye ball in Spanish.
Some things just don't translate with the energy.
I know.
Goodbye, ball. Could you imagine a commentator saying that? This
That's
is Nick. I
why-
love you guys. I've been distant from a lot of people, not for any reason, just always working on film full time. Y'all are family. I miss you guys. I miss you, Nick.
yeah,
I love you.
No,
I'm
no,
just busting balls,
yeah,
dude. I
Nick,
love you. I'm
I need
not
you to
mad or
understand.
actually sad about any of it.
I gaslight Charlie for a living, basically. So like, just
I am-
just telling him I'm gonna name my son after you and like all this other stuff just to fuck with him is great. Like, I want us to pretend be more in love than me and Charlie already pretend in love.
Nick, you done fucked up.
Evan, on the other, dude. So let me tell you something funny. For
Yeah.
like a solid 3 to 4 months, I would just run into Nick and Evan.
Yeah?
Do you remember? Did I tell you about this? So
I remember you saying they would be at Ready Player One sometimes.
you mean Player One Up?
Or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it is.
I would be courting April, right? Like we go out and do stuff. We went to Pride this
courting
time
her.
last year, and like literally, we not planned. I shit you not planned at all. And I would look up and I'd see every time I always saw Evan first, and I was like Evan, and then Nick would just appear from behind him, and I was like Nick. And then we would all hug and fist bump, and then we catch up for a second, and then we go our separate ways. I shit you not, this had to happen at least like 5 times for like once a month for 5 months. This happened.
We were all just destined to be friends, man.
No,
That's
it was
that's
crazy.
the universe. That's like the universe's code.
And it's not like I was at it wasn't always at Player One Up. Like, that's kind of a small area. So, like, it makes sense. I would be out in Charlotte in the middle of, like, fucking a metropolitan city and still run into these motherfuckers.
That's fucking hilarious.
My bro would always spot you out. Dude, I swear, because Evan would always be like, hey, I
The
think that's
lobby's
great.
aligned.
Yeah. No, for real, there was this one time I was in a hallway, but it turned out it was a food court.
And then the food court turned out to be
Yeah,
a
but
lobby.
Nick and Evan were in the food court. I was like,
There was this time I was in a hallway and it turned out to be a food court. Copenhagen, you got that. We got that, right? Let me go ahead and clip that for later.
and I ran into Nick and Evan in this food court hallway. And it was amazing. They were eating pizza. My bro would all
And I clapped.
and I clapped.
It was a fucking food court.
Dude, I've seen so many movies, so many things since me and you last saw each other.
Me and Creighton have not seen each other for about a week.
Yeah,
I was at Myrtle Beach. Wait, how awesome was that hallway, or how shitty was that food court?
It was a very narrow food court. I was having to like sidestep tables. I was like walking, you know how you do that thing? We're like, excuse me. Yeah, we saw you at Pride. It was lit. Dude, and I saw Brooke at Pride too. It was amazing. It was a
The
who's
Brooke from your work?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a who's who of straight people at Pride.
It was a who's who of straight people at Pride.
Like literally, you know how
That's
many
so funny.
You know how many gay friends we have. We have so many gay
It
friends.
is ridiculous how many
All-
of our friends are gay. Or
All I saw that I was not planning to see there was straight people. As far as the eye
I
can
wonder
see.
who I know that I'll run into at the Pride Festival. Oh, all the only straight friends I have.
But I swear to God, Quentin was there, but I had planned on meeting Quentin there.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't really like running into one of my gay friends. It was just literally like, okay, I'm gonna go to Pride. I'll probably see some people I knew, all straight people.
That's fucking
Not
hilarious.
one single gay person that I knew. Meeting by
A
accident.
narrow food court. Are you sure it wasn't a buffet line?
No, there was different restaurants and stuff.
Where are you guys at now, Evan? Just come over here. We'll podcast all night, dude.
Yeah.
You guys come over here.
Did you
we'll
tell
do
him
it.
about the hot sauce thing that you want to do? Well, I don't know if we want to go on all, because that was literally the last podcast that we talked about that and the planning for that.
I mean, it was a short podcast.
Yeah, but we talked about it like 3 times.
We're gonna do the hot ones
Yeah,
thing
we're gonna do hot ones
on the podcast. We're gonna
basically.
I'm gonna buy the whole
Yeah.
box of like the 10 sauces.
And Charlie doesn't want to do my idea of just parodying different YouTubers. I
No.
think it would be fun.
You want to wait? You want to do what?
I want to do parodies of different YouTubers. Like, I think we should do like different things. Like, okay, so
with the hot sauce?
no, we do hot ones, right?
Right.
And then we could do pitch meeting.
Oh.
But I'm
Yeah,
the
I do remember.
executive, and you're the other guy. And then we could do rap battles of history.
We just finished a film shoot. When you do hot ones, we have to be there.
See, there you go.
I mean,
agree.
I would 100% be down. That would be a fun, like, big giant, like, group of people.
Oh yeah.
It would be hard to film.
But we could do it. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
it's
could probably
just
get it
like
done.
what, a wide shot and then 2 over the shoulder.
Not even over the shoulder.
But like
We would
kinda
probably
to
just do the
left
hot
or
ones.
right.
We'd probably just move everything. We'd probably have
Yeah.
like the 2 mics on that end. We'd probably have to film majority over there.
Sup, Sterling? Oh, I
Sterling.
didn't see Sterling at Pride. Speaking of like gay friends that I didn't see at Pride,
Wow,
Sterling
that's
was not
crazy.
but I did see him at Ichiban. I thought I was gonna see Nick at Ichiban, like low key. I was like kind of, I don't know why, because I don't think me and Nick have ever talked about Ichiban.
Fuck you. Damn, he just hit you right with it.
Maybe
For safety reasons, Creighton will be provided boneless wings.
Maybe I'll see Sterling at this year's Pride. Who knows?
I feel like
I want him to have tassels on his nipples when I see him. That's the only stipulation.
I feel like when we do the hot ones, we just have to pour them on something and like dip them,
Yeah.
like chicken nuggets or something. And
Dip them on me.
See D's. What are D's?
I thought he was gonna say Dez, like by Dez.
Okay.
Could you imagine we see him with tassels on his nipples? What about my nipples?
Yo,
Greg?
Nick and Evan, if we did the hot ones episodes, would you guys want to like do the challenge with it, like do the all 10, like just like do it as a unit?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This may be a stretch, but I don't see a Pride event in South Carolina being that well attended.
Well, it was not
Look,
South Carolina.
You say that, but
Was
there is Pride in Columbia, but that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm
You went
talking
to
about the one in
Charlotte, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Get naked wings and put the sauce on it. 100%. Get all 10.
All I read was get naked, and you had me, Evan.
Yeah, you had me at get naked.
Mm-hmm. Can I
Sit
eat
down.
the wings naked? Can Melissa eat the wings naked?
Okay, how dare you? If we so dumb.
That was for you, Copenhagen.
The format for this is going to be crazy because there's going to be so many of us, not only in a small area, like that's going to already be hot, but then we're also going to be eating hot wings, dude. We're all going to be so fucking sweaty. We're all going to be like gathered around the end of the bar and fucking sweating. I'm going to have to build some ridiculous
See,
situation.
I'm already going to be sweaty just being in the room with you fine gentlemen.
Okay, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Leave the neck jokes to me there, Lieutenant Dan. Wish me luck, guys. Good
Wait,
luck.
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We can't wish you luck, like, for
You gotta
and
give
not
us
know what
context.
it's for. Yeah, we need context, Sterling.
One
Going
man.
Going on a beach trip with my ex Saturday for a
Ooh,
week.
that's a bad
Why for that
What?
long and with that person?
Yeah, you know you're just going to come back in a relationship, right?
Bon voyage. Wait, is this the ex that just happened with her immediate family and her?
Yeah, you're going to come back in a relationship. This is like the worst decision. Look, Sterling, listen to me. I've made some bad decisions in my life. This is probably the worst decision you could make. The only way it could get worse is if she brought her ex as well and it ended up being like this weird triangular thing that she's not gonna know who she's gonna be with at the end of the trip. It's literally like the plot for a sitcom.
Hear you out. Yeah, okay. Fucking explain it
If
to me.
you're-
I'll hear you out.
If your explanation is titties, then I'm gonna need you to see yourself out, sir.
Yeah, for real. Because like, let me cook. Okay, cook. You know
Yeah,
what?
come
Cook.
on,
We'll
yeah,
we'll
look,
vamp. You
yeah,
type a paragraph.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm all. Yeah, we're all of us are all.
I think we're
ears.
all sitting around going like, okay,
We need to know.
yeah.
What's
Sterling,
next.
Sterling. First of all, I need you to understand something. You are a god among men. Why?
You are such a special,
Yeah.
wonderful human.
And you're over here like denying yourself femboys to go out with this ex that you just don't. You don't need to be with. Doll.
Wait. What? What? Hold up. Can you say it, dude? What are you?
Yeah. Rolling.
Are you gonna cook? You haven't even cut the fucking burners on.
I know the burners are
Bro,
stolen.
you're tripping.
It's backfiring hard.
Can I get some context? Anyway, what do you mean? Anyway, are you gonna say it or not, dude?
dude? What happened? Is it who I think it is?
It's got to be his. Is it the most recent ex? Is it
Yeah.
the
Is it
ex
the
that
one
we
that
all
we
knew?
all know? Yeah.
Okay, let's let him type. Let's talk about fucking.
His name rhymes with Mel.
Okay, dude, calm down. Her family really likes me, and they want me to be part of her life.
Yeah, no, that's
A terrible idea. Listen,
Look, hang out with the family. Don't hang out with her.
and yes, it's that one. Listen, no judgment on her as a
He
person.
isn't gay.
That's just Creighton making jokes, Copenhagen.
Look,
Fuck you.
he's very much in the closet. We don't want to.
Hold on a second. Listen, Sterling, this happened to a friend of mine. Same thing. Same situation.
Is it me? Am I the friend?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do not. How could it have been? Anyway, do not let this happen to you. Don't look. You just gotta say goodbye to her family, dog. You just gotta be like,
Look,
bon
you gotta
voyage.
take that L. Or no,
Or tell them to take the L. What? What the fuck were you gonna say?
it was unintentionally punny.
Have you seen the movie She's Out of Your League? That's what's gonna happen if you do this. You're gonna get with her again
Sterling.
and then fucking break up
Sterling.
again.
Listen to me. Have you ever seen Roadhouse?
Oh my God.
Listen, no, hear me out on this. Patrick Swayze goes from like this city bar to this rough and tumble country bar and faces the same problems and rips the dude's neck out. You know why? Because he's running from himself, man. You're running from yourself right into your ex's arm. You have to look inward and be able to face the boy you are within and come out.
Of the closet?
No. Come out of the shadow
Oh,
of that past relationship.
Yeah.
Until you do that, you'll always be finding yourself in another bar, ripping people's necks out. Where's the golf clap on that one?
You know what? You're right. I'm over here being a bad podcast.
So this guy is Dalton, and her ex is the bar. His ex isn't the bar. His ex is the lifestyle. His ex is the pajama pants. You know what I mean? It goes. Dude, you know what's going to happen. You're going to end up fucking her. Then you're going to be in this position of where, like, do I get back
She
with
wants
her?
me to smash.
See, I told you. Look, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to end up fucking her. Then you're going to be in this position of like, well, I already had sex with you, so maybe we'll give it another shot and it'll be different this time. Dude, trust me. We've all been there.
Roundhouse
We've all
that
been
pussy,
there.
dog. Listen, Sterling, I'm saying this as a person who I hope you understand loves you very much.
Yes.
As a friend, as a human, you never, ever, ever looked even a little bit happy when you were around that lady.
Look, on
And look, neither did she. I don't think. I just personally speaking, I just don't think you guys were good
Yeah.
together. I know. Wait, what? Listen, I'm speaking my mind. I care about my friend. You can hate me for it. I'm sorry if you do. If I never see you or talk to you again, it'll crush my heart and soul. But it has to happen because you can't.
Sterling.
Don't do this to yourself.
Do you remember when you guys invited me to the Japanese steakhouse and I thought it was for a threesome because I got there and nobody else was there? Do you want that to be your everyday life? Just let me tell you, I don't want that to be your everyday life. I was
Charlie's
there,
just salty because Ginny had AIDS.
I was there for 30 minutes. Don't get me wrong, the food was great, but the whole time I was like, what is this turning into? You know what I mean? You got this, Sterling. You can. Look, on the bright side, if you do end up doing this and smashing her and getting back with her and everything like that, I'm going to benefit because you're going to be drunk at some point because you're going to be like depressed, and I'm just going to take more things from you. Like the sword that I got from you, maybe some cat ears, a tail, like, you know. Who knows? I can benefit from this. But I care more about you than I care about your stuff. And I want you
You
to
damn
know
opportunist.
I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. We had your sword hanging up in here as a trophy at some point, and Quentin gave it back to you.
We had it for a long time.
We
It's-
did,
it's
like
true.
2 years.
I was mad. I was mad that we had it because I was like, give it back. And Creighton just kept going like, no, we're just going to hold on to it.
Well, we had to keep it to remind him of his actions. See what happens when we give it back? He's about to make the same mistakes.
Oh, man.
It's all full circle. Look at his face.
Listen, all I'm saying is, just be wary. Don't
Look.
don't jump headfirst into this.
Listen to me, man. You're lining up this thing like it's going to be Transformers The Last Night. You don't want to be Transformers The Last Night. You want to be Transformers Rise of the Beast. You know, you're not fully realized yet, but you're on the way, you know?
Yeah, I know.
He gets it.
No one gets it.
And then maybe one day you'll be an Into the Spider-Verse. And if you play your cards right, you'll be across the Spider-Verse waiting on your part 3, Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yo, Creighton, you going to one up Thursday? If not, you should. What's Thursday? Probably not Thursday. I got kids and shit now. It's hard for me to go.
It's a canon event. No.
It's a fixed point in time?
I don't think it is, man. I don't think it is. Great reference.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is. I think if anything, this is one of those ones you could easily skip and,
Dude,
and probably
if this is a canon event, you're Captain Stacy, dude.
yeah, for sure.
Don't
Wait,
let that building fall.
You got
man.
kids? No, but yes, Creighton has
Like,
kids
I
now.
have stepkids, basically.
Creighton is in a relationship,
Yeah.
and
With
he
a
is,
girl.
there
who
are
has
children, like plural children.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I am a leader now.
It's weird. He's really into it. He's like a dad. I don't like it.
I was
It's
doing housework
uncomfortable.
today. I'm washing dishes.
He was
taking
my
kids to
daddy, and now he's
school,
their daddy.
I'm your
I
daddy
don't
still,
fuck with
Charlie.
it at all.
fixing
I don't know this
lunches.
man, but with a name like Sterling, this specimen should be pulling puss like an autist pulls his
Look,
toboggan back
you
up
haven't-
a
you
snow
don't-
hill
you don't
very
know-
happily.
You don't know the half of it. You haven't seen what this man looked like. He is chiseled like a Greek god.
Yeah, Sterling is literally like a fucking Super Saiyan.
He is so, like, and the crazy part is, like, he's just a nerd.
I don't plan on getting back together unless we have a talk. I love you too.
See? But the door's open. There shouldn't even be a door.
The door should not exist. It should be a brick
There
wall
should be
in
a
that
wall.
girl's direction.
Like, and I look,
This podcast was not supposed to be us sitting here giving out relationship advice.
yeah.
We are terrible at relationships.
Well,
But like sometimes it needs to happen.
Smash
Sometimes
that
it
wall.
needs to happen. I'm the Kool-Aid man. Doors don't exist.
he just smashed.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Look, Sterling. Don't do it.
Please.
Follow your heart. But
Oh,
don't
yeah.
follow it this way.
Follow your heart, but just not the direction that it's taking you currently.
Follow your heart, not your dick, Sterling.
You know how sometimes you'll be looking at the GPS and you're just positive that you'd be going the right way, but it wants you to turn right, but you go straight and it turns out it cuts off a minute of the
Yeah.
GPS's time, and then you're like, see, GPS, idiot, I was right. You should do that. You should not go the way that things are going.
Kick that motherfucking door in it and eat that like an Ethiopian. in a
Ethiopian
pie-
in a pie eating contest. I don't understand that reference, but okay, I'm
He's
going to do
talking
it.
about pussy.
I'll fucking do it again. Oh, man. Okay, Sterling.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
Look, we've said our piece.
We've said our piece. We hope
I hope for the best.
I hope for the best. Because the Ethiopians are just
In Ethiopia.
anyway. Jesus Christ.
Heyo. You know what you need, Sterling? You just need to go on a fuck fest, you know?
That's fucking one way to word it.
Find other pussy, you know, conquer that pussy, and then really find out who you are and what kind of pussy you want. And then that way you can really shut that door, you know, and then turn it into a wall that you don't bust through, you know?
LOL poverty. I
Bust,
did find other pussy.
bust anywhere else, Sterling. Just don't bust there. You know what I'm saying? Am I getting through, son?
Found goth pussy. Yeah, you're going the wrong direction. I
Yeah,
think.
you're
Redhead pussy. Okay, dude, we get it.
Yeah.
you found a whole bunch of pussy.
And you're still hooked on this one?
Man, she must have.
She did.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
That's that toxicity, bro.
Still looking for. Okay.
Oh, you just need to find somebody with titties. That's it.
MILF. He tried to say MILF. Are you Bear Grylls and that pussy is a cup of your own piss? Cup of your piss. Adapted to mine.
Right now, I'm about to give myself an enema. Just lay back and think of England.
What the fuck, bro?
That's a Bear Grylls clip. He was
Yeah.
talking about a nurse in a raft, and she gave her kids an enema so that way they could survive because there was only sea turtle blood and water in the bottom of the raft. And they drank out of their anus. It was a whole thing. Sometimes life is greasy. How greasy? That greasy, Sterling.
Oh, man. She gave the kids an enema. If it's clogging the drain, I don't want it. Well, that
Which drain?
never mind. Nope. You know what? Let's
You get a
just
drain out of both.
let's
What do you mean?
let's get out of this.
If we're clogging, technically it's clogging if you're inside there with, you know, the parts you're supposed to be inside there with. It depends. Do you have soul or moral compass?
Having
Okay.
fun? You having fun over there
Do
with
you hear
your
my chair
silliness?
squeak?
I
I'm
do
having
hear
a
it.
lot of fun. Are they mutually exclusive? Okay.
Depends. Do you have a soul or moral compass?
Hey, so Spider-Verse. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. You didn't, but I don't want
I
to talk
didn't-
about Spider-Verse.
You don't want to talk about it?
I just don't want. The more and more I've gone back and watched some of these, and like as much as I like talking about movies, it's not always great conversation to listen to.
Okay.
I liked it.
I just want to say my bit because I don't like.
Okay.
I don't want people to think I don't like this movie.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just to me it doesn't feel like a complete movie.
Okay.
And I think Cosmonaut put it best when he was like, "I need to wait for the other one."
The Cosmonaut picture show on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Because Infinity War and Endgame are part 1 and part 2 of one story.
Yeah.
But Infinity War can stand on its own pretty fucking well. And Endgame's just like kind of like a greatest hits of the MCU. In a way. And this did not feel like its own story. In some ways, yeah, but anyways.
Anyways,
That's all I had to say.
Well, you
'cause
can
you
get
wanted to
really
move on to other
fucking-
stuff.
you can get really fucking greasy, but you will feel bad afterwards.
Like a sandwich.
Like a sandwich.
Like a virgin.
I went to the fucking
Greasy
beach for a week. Didn't go until the day before the last day. I waited that long to go to the boardwalk at
Right.
Myrtle Beach.
Nope.
We get down there,
Mhm.
and like we didn't plan for this, but there's a fucking country music festival happening at the boardwalk, like a straight up like a
What?
big one, like a big giant one. Like not like a kind of like a fucking there's walls built up for the event and like tickets to get like a legitimate whole ass music festival. And the you know the group that went.
Right.
It's a bunch of nerds.
Right.
We were like, "What the fuck is this?" I saw more cowboys in one place. The
Which kind of cowboys?
cowboys like
white
cowboys. Both.
Oh, okay.
White cowboys, black cowboys, Mexican cowboys,
Dude,
all the
look,
cowboys.
so let me tell you something that I've become like a huge fan of here recently.
Mexican cowboys.
Mexican cowboys They're so cool. They're so fun to talk to.
They are the real cowboys.
They're
They're the OGs.
They're so fun to talk to. Like, because they'll just talk about anything with you. They'll be like, yeah, like, you know, do you see the Twin Towers? Crazy. Like,
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is a specific event you're
no,
talking
no,
about.
no. I just mean, like, I'm just using it as an example. But, yeah, they don't give a fuck. And they've always got, like, weird tips for shit. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, hey, man, like, you know how, like, when you walk on your shoe on concrete and it's a little rough? Well, if you take, like, some chicken feathers and put that on the bottom of your sole, they'll help you walk better. It's always shit like that. I love it. It's fantastic. That's not an actual thing, by the way. I just made that up. But they do they do say shit like that.
Man, I don't know. That sounded real
right,
specific.
Dude,
You sounded, that was like you took that right out of something like April's dad told you or
no,
something.
no. But he has told me stuff like that before.
Is April's dad
April's
a
dad,
Mexican cowboy?
A little. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite people that I've ever like had the privilege of being around.
Whoa. That's a lot.
First of all, it's the whole style, the big belt buckle, the big hat, like it's a presence.
Yeah, just that whole cowboy presence in general.
No, it's like, you know, it's like you walk into a room and that's like it. I want to wear belt buckles like that. Anyways, no, but like there have been moments that April's told me about in her childhood. I'm like, damn, this guy is insane. But also like I love him. Like, for instance, one time, and Sarah would cry if she's watching this because I'm about to bring up some traumatic memories.
Oh my God, dude! Should you talk about this?
I'll leave it vague. Okay. So they had some pets that were animals that are not typically pets. Like, you know,
Okay.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna tell a story. Like a bunny, and
He killed their bunny.
Not just did he kill their bunny. They
He
got
fed their
home.
bunny to a dog.
No. They got home and ate dinner, and what they ate for dinner was the bunny, and he didn't tell them till after they ate it. And it was a whole life lesson on, like, you know, this is like never like put food above, like, I can't remember what it was. Never like get attached to food was the whole life lesson. But that's the thing though. I'm like, damn, that's a really good ass lesson. I don't know if he taught it the right way, but I like it. I dig it. I get what he was going for, you know?
Typical black country family. What?
What?
This is not a black person.
Yeah, he's not black.
My mom's parents did the same thing.
What? I met
Asian-
your mom, Sterling. She's amazing.
I've heard similar stories about Asian people with chicken. Like the
Really?
kids will get really attached to the chickens, and
And
they'll find the one the
Yeah.
kids love the most, and fucking just murk that shit.
But no.
Do you know what? I say that actually, my uncle did that.
Yeah.
My uncle did that with a goat. It wasn't like it was. This is a story of my cousins telling me. This was before I was even, you know, I might have been alive, but I was really, really young. But they said that he did that with them with a goat that they liked, and they were very upset.
Dude's hardcore, but like he's probably like the sweetest, most like loving dude that you will ever meet, especially towards like the grandkids and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Like Nova and Jade, like, oh my god, like it's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like, you know, I wish I had a Mexican grandpa. What?
Typical black country family. My mom's parents did the same thing. Did we just become best friends? But I don't know if you've been reading, but this story, this conversation between Copenhagen and Sterling has been great.
It's getting insane.
I have a fragment of a soul and a decent moral compass. Well, you can get really fucking greasy, but you will feel bad afterwards. I have a drain unclogger. I can bounce back. Sterling likes his pussy like he likes his bologna. Thick, pink, greasy, and named Oscar. I would happily call pussy Oscar. My man. It's a very poised name. Distinguished. A gentleman and a scholar. They are called guachos.
Can we say that?
Creating you uncultured fuck. I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so, too. I don't want to say it.
Did we just become best friends? Possibly. Oh, man. What a conversation.
Sterling, I'm convinced Copenhagen's just by
Wow.
Des.
Could you imagine this whole because we've had that conversation. We think it's quite possible, Sterling, that Copenhagen is someone we know and have known the whole time, like Vides.
But like by Dez's other personalities.
Mexican cowboys? Okay, well, that's probably a word we're allowed to say.
Probably.
Dez is multiple personalities. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Dude.
not be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Dez was, like, secretly athletic. I don't think it's true, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. I've seen him try to fight Chris before, and he's not athletic.
Well, Chris isn't that athletic either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like Chris is like. So my favorite thing about Valdez.
This is your favorite thing?
Yeah. is
Number one? Okay.
We've been in some situations before.
You invite us.
Where we will be out at bars, out at parties. He will get drunk as fuck, and then get randomly mad at somebody and try to fight them. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the funniest. It's like sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's like the funniest shit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
'Cause he'll like get all tough and push him and shit. And this one time we were at a party with like Sterling remembers this, and shit, and we were at Lacey's house for a party, and Valdez got drunk and started fucking with Chris, and Chris had to like pick up Valdez and set him out on the porch, and then close the door and lock the door. And Valdez was like, "Let me in this damn house. You'll pay no bills around here." To be locking me out. And like, look, I understand and I realize that this is my friend,
Bro, you got hella mad.
and I shouldn't let him drink and then try to fight people. But at the same time, if I didn't, would we be able to tell these stories?
It's just amazing to me how like he doesn't drink a lot.
No,
Like,
he's a lightweight.
Even when he drinks, it's not like I thought I was gonna be a lightweight, but I can fucking go
Yeah.
upstairs and like
Yeah.
drink a bottle of
Well, it's
wine.
the Italian in you.
I
you know?
guess I think that's true because my dad's the same. My dad
Yeah.
can drink like
Yeah.
like
Well, you guys
a
are
lot of
related
liquor.
to Andre the Giant, right?
No, I don't
He
think
drank
that's
that's
that's not
cases
true.
of
Why
wine
do you?
a
Why
day.
would you think that?
I don't
He's
know.
not even Italian.
It's your hands.
They're not that big. I mean, they're a little big, but they're not that big.
You got silly hands.
I think he tried to choke Chris.
No, yeah, that was an Ichiban. I remember that one.
That would
too.
not surprise me.
I remember
either.
him rolling around on the floor with.
That's
the
not a
Christina-
Valdez thing,
with
though. That's like
Christina
a Chris
Stone.
thing. Chris says stuff that makes people want to choke him.
Yeah, I know.
Chris definitely can get under people's skin.
but like, it's so much funnier when he's with Valdez. And
Yeah.
they're both drunk as fuck.
It's the reason I'll never let Chris on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not drunk when he's here.
It's
like
not
drunk
even
all
about
the
being
time.
drunk. It's just about
Yeah.
being him. I love Chris
Wait,
to
wait,
death.
Sterling, you saw Across the Spider-Verse, right?
It's like Good Burger.
It really is like Good Burger.
Who, those two?
Yeah.
Valdez and Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
like,
I never
you
watched
haven't
enough
seen
of
it?
Good Burger.
Wait,
I watched
so
a
how
little
did
bit.
you make the canon event reference?
Yeah, wait. You said a canon of it.
I
had a
had a
chance
chance to, and you just were like, nah.
It's a great movie.
I
one
mean,
of the best.
I don't blame him. Like, him and Chris are, I don't know if Sterling is, but I know Chris is very anti-Miles Morales. But it's only because he sucks in the comics. Like, they literally just made Black Peter Parker in the comics. And, like, I get why. I'm not a huge fan of just, taking all the personality from one superhero and then changing their skin color and then, But, pretty much. Yeah, see, I figured. The games suck.
Even the new one? I heard the new one's pretty great.
What, the Spider-Man games?
Yeah. The new Spider-Man specifically, I heard is pretty
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I don't know. They're both hardcore Spider-Man comic book fans. So.
Oh, it's trash? Damn. That's the only time I've heard that. Those games have been nominated for everything.
I mean, look.
Everyone loves like so
you
many
have
people.
You have to look at who you're talking to. These guys are both like hardcore Spider-Man comic book fans. And the
Well, yeah, that's a good
Spider-Man
point.
comic books are way different than the movies.
Yeah.
And
the game.
This version of Miles Morales that we've got in these movies is
Like a million times better.
well, it's not that he's a million times better, but he's a million times better because he's his own character. He's not just copy paste Peter Parker. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Which I think is like something that the movie went out of their way not to do. Which I really appreciate that. The Peter Parker ones were way better. Oh, there's a Miles Morales version of those games. I think that's what he's talking about.
Of the
Isn't that DLC though?
no, the Spider-Man Miles Morales is its own game.
Oh,
And
really?
then there's Spider-Man 2 that's coming out soon, and they're both in it. Like, so in the first one, you're just Spider-Man, and then in Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's not as big a game. It's like a smaller game. But this new one, Spider-Man 2, they're both they're both playable main characters. Like, you can, unless you're in a story mission, when you're like open world running around as Peter Parker, like you can literally like PlayStation button and switch to Miles Morales and like go back and
Yeah.
forth.
That's cool. Kind of like GTA 6 or 5. I mean,
I don't know.
Sorry.
I never played.
Well,
GTA.
GTA 5 you can switch in certain because it's open world. You can switch
Yeah.
between the main characters, unless you're in a story mission that you have to specifically be that character.
Understood.
What was I saying? Speaking
That
of,
you hate Miles Morales because he's black. That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that he's black. It's so we were talking about this the other day at work, ironically. But like, there's a lot of people that misjudge this pushback of characters of color as like people being racist, and there's definitely those people out there for sure. But you also have to take it as like you have these characters that aren't really original. They're just taking the original character, like in Miles Morales, just the comic book version case. They're just taking Peter Parker and making him black and changing the name, you know?
Yeah.
And people don't
I thought
like
Miles
that.
was like Hispanic. In
He's like
in the
half
new
and
ones,
half.
yeah, in the new ones he's black and Hispanic.
Yeah. But my point is a person of color. It doesn't have to be black or whatever. You know, it's whatever. They just make them not white. And like a lot of the pushback, even from people of color, is that why not just make original characters that are already the race that you're trying to make, instead of like, you know, just copy and pasting.
Yeah.
Like it's like Black Superman. You know, like they did that, even though that's an alternate version, alternate universe thing. But
Excuse me.
it's basically Obama.
I'm not falling for this.
What?
Copenhagen.
Hey Charlie, why is Italy shaped like a boot?
It's like Black Frieza.
Yeah, exactly. It's just really weird. You know what I mean?
Because you can't fit that much shit in a sandal. Anyway.
But
How
like
dare
it
you.
would be like if you switched all the genders on the Justice League, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
why?
yeah,
There's no
what's the
reason.
point? And then the other part is people go out whenever they do this kind of thing and be like, "Oh, it's so inclusive because this character that's been traditionally this way for so long is now this, and it's so revolutionary. Nobody's ever done this before. They've never thought to make a white character black. They've never thought to make this character Hispanic. They've never thought to make this character, you know, whatever." And instead of just focusing on like telling like a good story or making a compelling original character, you know?
Yeah.
Sounds like Sounds like
Excuse
a
me.
porno.
Black Superman, Man of Steel, STEAL. That's what he says. That's tier
I
one.
mean,
enjoy.
look, we did
You
get
spelled tier wrong.
we did get Steel with Shaq in the 90s, so.
Dumb. What?
You don't remember that?
No, I know what you're. I just
Yeah.
mean like what a stretch of a rep. I like the Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah,
though.
no, that's like the
They're-
only version I've heard people talk about that version of that character and been like, yeah, this guy's great. But
Yeah.
it's because he's his own original character, you know? It's not just dark Peter Parker.
Wasn't that Shazam? Some character series should keep their originals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like a good example of this being done besides Miles Morales is
I don't want a
Blue.
white blade equivalent. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's the perfect example of like the inverse, you know. And then another example of this being done well is probably Blue Beetle because he's his own character, Ted Corden at first, and then that version of Blue Beetle dies, and then you have kind of like this weird Iron Man, Green Lantern version of the Blue Beetle in Jaime Reyes, you know. But he's his own character with his own origin story. It's not like they're just taking everything that Ted Gordon Blue Beetle was and copy and pasting that onto him. That's why I'm excited to see Blue Beetle. I don't want a white. Yeah, oh, there you
already
go.
said
Yeah.
I was watching. I can't remember who I was watching, but I don't think it was.
Could you imagine a black Wolverine? Yeah. See.
I mean, now that you say it, I could. I feel like it would be. I feel like it's a bad example because like Wolverine played by the right person could be like imagine a young Samuel L. Jackson as
Or-
Wolverine
or
or
RD
Idris Elba.
or RDJ from Tropic Thunder.
Okay, dude. I knew you were gonna go there. Like, there's a lot of really great like. The character of Wolverine like lends himself to almost any. You just need like the big
He
stoic
might not
guy
be the,
of whatever
he
race
might
you're
not
talking
be
about.
the best example.
Yeah.
Was that antimantium
Antimantium.
Antimantium, motherfucker.
I want Mulan with a Nicaraguan lady.
Like, people were getting upset about the whole Little Mermaid thing. Like, I don't think that's...
I just don't think they should be making these movies again.
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's what more people were upset about than anything. But
like, if they look, I wouldn't be mad
But
if they were
you
making
know-
them well. They have not made.
do
I
you
heard.
know why, though?
Why? Which thing?
They make money off these. Like, they make a fuck ton of money
Well,
off of
yeah,
these.
people
even
go
though
see 'em.
even if they're not made well. Like, Lion King made, like, I can't remember. It was, like, probably a couple million, like, millions
million?
more. 10 million, was it?
I don't know.
It's either 10 million. It's not a billion, but it was up there. So it's like people are like, why are they making these? And it's because they're making money. They make money. It's literally Disney just printing money with old IP, and changing a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Oh my God, that movie made 1.6 billion.
Oh, it did make $1 billion. See?
And
Isn't that
people did
insane?
not like it though. That's the crazy thing. Like it got review bombed.
But see, it doesn't matter though because they made $1 billion. Why stop even if you're not getting bad reviews? Because it just proves the point. You don't have to put effort into it. You can just make it, put it however you want to make it, change whatever you want to change, and still make money
See,
off of old
Mulan
money.
only made 70 million
There-
with a budget of
But
200.
see, that movie came out in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. They've already greenlit a Moana live-action movie. And Moana isn't even 10 years old yet.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
And it's just
so this
a
new Little
live-action
Mermaid.
is making a lot. Isn't it?
I'm. Well, hold on. Little Mermaid. I need to do the year because it pulled up the other one. 23. Film has grossed 414 so far, and its total production budget was 250 million.
Oh, 414 million?
414's what they've grossed so far. It's still in theaters.
Yeah. So they have a good chance of
They'll probably
breaking
break $1
even.
billion depending on. It really just depends on how long it stays in theaters. Because like Guardians 3 is still in theaters. It just broke 800 million. Just in the last like 2 or 3 days.
Moana
I'm
is
totally
also a
fine seeing a
minority.
fine redheaded mermaid. Moana is also a minority.
Right, but she was originally a minority too. You know what I mean? It's
Well, that's not
like
even what I'm talking about. I just mean like they're not. Apparently, this Little Mermaid is like whatever, but like Lion King.
April really liked it.
Lion King was not great. Mulan apparently people fucking hate it. Not just 'cause it came out in COVID. Like people don't like it because
Mulan?
yeah, the new
Yeah.
Mulan.
Well, they changed a
the
lot.
whole story.
Like Mushu isn't there. There's no
Yeah.
airbenders and shit. Like, it's a whole
what?
thing.
There weren't airbenders in the first one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they're adding stuff in that wasn't in the original and just doesn't make sense for
Oh,
that
I
story.
didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I've seen none of these.
There's
live
a
action
lot
remakes.
more like magic shit going on.
I did hear the Beauty and the Beast one was pretty good though. I will say. I heard it was pretty great. I didn't watch it either. I haven't
didn't
watched
watch it.
any of these.
It
I
looked
heard
like
Aladdin was. I heard that Will Smith was what people were worried about and ended up being the best part of the new Aladdin.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it was good as a movie either.
He just would be so distracting to me.
We need a live action Shrek.
Yeah, where's our live action Shrek at? Instead of working on Avatar 3 and 4, James Cameron, you should work on a live action.
No. Stay with Avatar. They're so good. He's
I
doing such a good
started
job.
The Way of Water, and then I had to turn it off immediately because April said she wanted to watch it with me.
Wha-
But I got far enough to see that what's his face was brought back. So
The bad guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I rewatched the first one before I watched this one, so I would know exactly what was going on.
Yeah. It's
Exactly.
and you still haven't watched it.
No, I'm waiting
April?
on April. That's all.
Why
though.
isn't she watching it?
Because we were watching Survivor.
Oh my God! You guys are still on this fucking Survivor kick. How can you like that
look,
show?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Explain
it's
to
very
me.
compelling.
We haven't talked about this yet. I've been saving this. Why the fuck are we? Why are we watching Survivor? why is this? Why are you? Why in
this the year of
2023?
our Lord?
Why in 2023, the year of our Lord, are you watching Survivor with April on like a regular basis?
Look, okay, so they put 2 seasons up on Netflix, and April loves trash TV.
How
And let me-
how
wait, wait,
recent?
Wait, let me
are
explain
the
the origins
seasons?
of this. The one we were watching is from 2009.
You guys are watching 14-year-old Survivor?
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
The way this started is, me and April, one of our favorite things to do together is watch trash TV. One day I come home from work, and she's watching Survivor, and I'm like, damn, I have vague memories of my mom watching the very first couple seasons of this when I was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I sit down.
I remember the very first season.
I'm like folding clothes, doing shit, cleaning up around, and I'm just kind of like watching it. It's on in the background, so I'm watching it while I'm doing stuff. And I don't know, I got hooked, and like I look, I know
I got hooked.
it's probably fake, but like at the same time, some of these challenges and the shit that goes on, like the manipulation, the like alliances and stuff, it's very compelling characters.
Yeah.
If whether it's real, whether it's fake,
I think it's a
it's
little
very-
bit fake and a little bit real.
Like-
I think that ultimately with the challenges, like it's whoever wins.
but it's so fun to watch and like fun to like kind of be like, oh, who's gonna get blindsided this episode and yada yada yada. Like I get why it's gone on for as long as it's gone on. Because before I thought it was just Jeff Probst coming out in a puka shell necklace and being like, "You're off the island. Here, hold these plates and try not to drop these balls." And it's not that. I mean, it is a little bit of that, but it's not. And like, dude, he fucking is so funny when he's
The
like,
host?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is
like
silly.
he loves to just talk shit. And
It's
get
like
up
Joe
there.
Rogan when he was on Fear
Oh,
Factor.
dude, it's so.
Did you ever watch like Joe Rogan Fear Factor?
No, but I've seen
Oh,
clips of
It's
it.
so
and
funny.
he
talks.
Look,
Shit.
so does Jeff Probst. Like
Yeah.
he like
Well, they're comedians.
is he?
Yeah, they're both comedians.
I didn't know he was a comedian.
Dude, all of the hosts of all those shows are just comedians.
What? I
Yeah.
want to go see Jeff Probst live.
Let me double check to be super duper because I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst. Make sure I'm right on that before I
You
say
still
it.
haven't seen Survivor, Sterling? It's been on for like 25 years.
God, he's old.
How old
He's
is he?
62.
Is he for real?
Yeah.
He still looks great.
What the fuck?
Man has not aged a day. It's the puka shell necklace.
The necklace makes him young.
Dude, I love. Maybe he's sucking the youth out of these people that are competing because, like, they look rough.
You know what?
by
I was
then.
wrong, and I apologize. It does not look like he was a comedian.
No, he's
Let me
just a
check.
great showrunner.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the dude must fucking work his ass off because he does 2 seasons a year. He has to be in these
Well,
locations.
they
and
filmed the
come out
whole
for games.
season in like a few weeks. It's
But-
not as long as it seems. You got to remember that these episodes, while they might come on one episode a week,
But it's 39 days though. It legitimately is 39.
well, yeah, it's
days.
a month. It's a month and a week.
But like that's still
That's 10 weeks of the 52 a
that's
year.
a little over a month for 2 times a year, plus
Yeah.
writing and figuring out what games you're gonna do too. On top of that.
He's
'Cause
not doing that.
He's the executive producer. Like he has to approve all that stuff.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
probably has
just
to
the
approve
host,
it.
He does a lot
He
of
probably
the
does have to
background
approve it,
stuff,
but I
too.
bet you that he's not doing the legwork of figuring out what happens.
I don't know. The way he talks about it in the show, I think he actually does do a lot more than like what you would think he does, you know?
Well, if that's true, he is
'Cause,
truly a legend.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's been doing this for 25 years. Dude's made a whole career out of wearing a puka shell necklace and coming out and being like, "Hey, hold these balls."
Well, I mean, hey, whatever people watch, you know.
And like the thing is too, like I love that like they'll be like fucking tired, wearing like rags, have not had food for days,
And
and
he'll
Jeff
sit
will
there
just
and eat a fucking hot dog
Jeff,
while talking
Jeff
to
will just come out of the woods in like a nice, like looking like a hey dude, like a hey bo, like with like the button up and the baseball cap, and be like, "Hey guys, I got a hamburger. I'm just finishing up my lunch here. Anyways, let's do some games."
You guys want to go? You guys want to go play these games, and one of you get kicked off the island?
Yeah.
I've got a hamburger. You can't
And
have
he-
any 'cause
he-
go fuck yourself.
I've gotten to the point now where like I know when he's gonna say what. And he's like, "One of you will be voted off the island,
and it's
lose
Jeff.
lose their chance at winning $1 million." And then he, like another one is like, "Come on in, guys," and he'll have to walk in to these fucking crazy ass games. And I'm like, damn, Jeff is literally just out here like getting drunk and coming up with games on an island. Like, this man,
He's like Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast was Mr. Beast.
I swear to God, I think he just came. He was like, "Hey man, like I know what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna end up spending 25 years on an island just hanging out and getting drunk. I'm just gonna tell them that we're doing it for a game show for $1 million."
Mr. Beast said something about like a Survivor style thing recently. He said, hold on, let me find it. No. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Sneeze, try. Sneeze. There you go. Don't you feel better?
Yes, shut the fuck up. He said, I want to do. Is this the one? Hold on. I want to test what I do on YouTube on a streaming service for fun to see how it performs. Imagine a 10-episode series with 10,000 people competing for the largest prize in game show history. And then he adds a bunch of the streaming services. So, I mean, okay, that sort of reminds me of Survivor, but really just any
But
game
I mean,
show.
yeah, any game show could do that. But I think Survivor really spices it up because, like, you really do feel like that they're there in that environment.
In Survivor?
Yeah, like you feel like they're there, that they're not like really seeing anybody, that they're like having to rely on each other for like that for 39 days. You know?
And how much can they win?
$1 million. But see, I found out that like so the way it works is you work your way up to the final two, and like the last couple people that are voted off after your two tribes merge is the jury that decides out of those two players which one played the best and which one deserves the $1 million. So
What?
even if you like
Win, air quotes?
yeah, like and it's down to like the final two, you're still up to the jury that you voted off.
What?
Yeah, to decide. And that's the part that makes it interesting is like the social dynamic.
Yeah.
That's the part of it that I'm like, okay, this is where even if that part's fake, it's still interesting to see like how you would handle that situation.
Well, the thing is, like, they all get paid pretty great
Oh,
money
yeah,
either way.
I think
like,
as
however
long
many
as
episodes you're on.
I think as long as you make it to the merge, you're making some money. Because I saw a thing where it's like
You
okay,
make some money just for being on the show. Every
Really?
episode you're on, you make money. All
Nice.
those shows like that. Because you have to sign shit that lets
Yeah.
them show you. Because now they're making money off of your
Yeah.
presence.
So
So like, even like all the fucking competition shows like The Voice and
yeah,
fucking the X
American
Factor,
Idol.
American Idol, America's Got Talent, all that shit. Like the further you make it in the show, the more money you make regardless, because you're still in the episodes.
so
Depending on the
So,
show, I'm sure there's different rates for
for
different
the
things.
prizes that they've announced, aside from that rate that you're talking about, you have the winner that wins $1 million. The runner-up, I think, wins like 50,000, and then the third place wins like 20,000.
Okay.
It drops down drastically.
Yeah.
And I
Creighton
think
knows more about Survivor than basic adult life skills.
I've been paying attention, man. Jeff Probst is really compelling. If Jeff Probst was there in high school teaching us, I would have paid attention.
Right.
That's the way we should have learned. If you don't win this test, you get voted off in the next tribal council.
I mean, that will definitely like raise the stakes of like how you go forward with things. Now, to be fair, that did happen in certain the classes.
Yeah.
Like we had classes like especially in middle school where like, we would have like a game thing
Yeah.
that you could like slowly but surely get more extra credit or more or whatever based on like what you did to pay attention in class. And that shit worked, man. That compels kids. You turn it into a game show, and it makes kids want to be good at what you're teaching.
I was watching Survivor Tokenese, and
Yeah?
there's this one guy on there named Coach. And so, like, there's this one prize that they win where they can bring, like, somebody from their family, just one person from their, like, family to come and visit them on the island in, like, day 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And, they get all, like, people are having their mom, their dad, their girlfriend come or whatever.
Who'd he
They-
bring?
He brought his assistant coach. And they're, like, hugging.
That's some like Ted Lasso shit. Like he'd grab Beard.
They're, like, hugging and crying. And then, like, the next shot is him, like, having that coach pop his back.
Nice.
And me and April were like, oh, yeah, they fuck. Like,
I think it's more they're probably best friends. I mean, if I'm being honest, if I was on a game show and I had like couldn't see anybody like from my life for 30 days, like for sure, like actually I'm probably picking like you or Mike over anyone in my family. Like I would rather see you guys you know what I mean? Like it's either you or Mike or like maybe
This guy was crazy, though. He was
maybe
like,
Quentin, but probably you. I see you way more.
this guy was crazy, though. He was like, yeah, like, I only want the best with me at the end.
Exactly.
And,
For real though, like look, I see you all the time. Like I
Yeah.
don't see my family.
No, I'm talking about his playing strategy, and he was telling people that he was a samurai, and like he had been to the Amazon, and like met a
he
tribe.
was the written character.
Yeah, and like
he was the crazy
They
one.
had given the name of the Dragon Slayer, and like it was a whole ass thing.
Yeah.
And then he started talking about he slipped a disc in his back and wouldn't do great in challenges.
See, that's the thing about like if I did one of those shows and they wanted me to have like my emotional coming to Jesus moment, like
Yeah.
pick the person in my life that I love and want to see, like I wouldn't react in like I've missed you so much. You know what I mean? Because like I already don't see my fucking brother or
Yeah.
sister or dad for weeks at a time. Like they all live here. Like it's just I would be sad that I haven't seen you. I would be sad that I haven't seen Mike. I'd be sad that I haven't seen like Justin or Carly or Marcy. Like the people that are here all the time. Like I would be very upset. Not Carly, Chris.
Imagine being able to pick anyone in the world to assist you in surviving on an island and picking Creighton.
Well, okay. If it was about assisting, it would not be great. It would really depend on the challenge.
I don't know. My social game is on.
I was gonna
top.
say, for real though, if it was about like forming a connection with other people, I would grab Creighton because he's gonna become everyone's friend, and they're gonna want me to win just so that he doesn't lose. Because everyone
I'd be like,
Creighton-
carry me to the final two shortly.
Exactly.
Anyway, spoilers for Survivor Tokenies. This guy named JT won, and he was just this really.
You son of a bitch! I was gonna watch that tonight, all of it. I was gonna
He's
binge.
just this really country dude who's a cattle rancher.
Nice.
And like he went to the final two with this boy named Steven. And like they're like best buds, but they played the whole game playing people against each other.
Nice.
And I was like, damn, JT really went with Steven all the way to the final two. He should have taken Taj.
You just got all their names memorized and everything. I brought this half roll of Werther's Originals and a comb. Yeah, that's what Creighton would do.
I brought some donuts.
I would if it was somebody like I had to trust for a physical thing, I would probably grab Gunnar or Aleem. Yeah, literally, I was gonna say Gunnar or Aleem. Maybe Michael, but probably Gunnar or Aleem. Maybe Michael, just because me and Michael are really good at anything we do together. Like me and Michael have like that natural brother chemistry of like, if we're gonna play fucking badminton, me and him together are gonna win against like anyone else. We're just so good.
Creighton won this $1 million in a cave with a box of scraps and a comb.
Fucking Mario and Luigi. Yeah,
I
legit.
swear to God.
Me and Michael are Mario and Luigi.
I've been trying to get them to do that like as a costume for years. I remember when I first met you guys, I was like, you guys should be Mario and Luigi.
Who's older, Mario or Luigi?
Mario.
Who's older,
It's Mario.
Mario or Luigi?
$5 on Mario.
Being the younger twin of Mario, Luigi is presumed to be also 24 years old. So they're twins.
Oh. But Luigi.
While it has not been made official, Daisy has been rumored to be Luigi's romantic. Okay. Now we're getting into some weird lore I don't care about. So wait, I thought Mario and Luigi are twins?
But Mario's older.
Yeah, but like they're twins. I didn't even know they were twins. I thought there was
he's Mario, and Luigi's Luigi Mario.
Wait. Their last name is Mario?
Yeah.
What's Mario's first name?
That's why they're the Mario brothers. Mario's first name is Mario.
Mario's name is Mario?
Yes. And Luigi is Luigi Mario. That's why
Really?
they're the Mario brothers.
That makes a lot of sense, but it's still so silly to me to hear it out loud.
I mean, did you expect it to be like crazy, like legitimate, like reasons why? I mean, we are talking about a game that was invented in the 1980s. About two plumbers that are Italian, but they were made in Japan. They're inexplicably Italian. Like, they're so Italian. They even say Mamma Mia.
Okay.
And don't say here we go again.
24. Mario looks like he did 2 tours in Vietnam. Well, there were a lot of 24-year-olds who probably did do 2 whole tours in Vietnam.
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there, Copenhagen.
Yeah. Not anymore. Like, now they wouldn't be.
No.
24 anymore. But, you
Lieutenant
gotta remember
Dana.
when it came out, too. It was a while back. Anyway. Fucking, I don't even remember how we got to Mario and Luigi.
Ooh,
Me and my
hey,
brother, good at stuff. Anyway,
I had something I
Survivor.
wanted to tell you. Too,
What?
That
last thing. Let's
first
wrap up
off,
after this.
Imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger on Survivor. He would have won. Anyways.
Okay.
So, Arnold, I don't know if you know the story. You might know the story because you're into weird film stuff like I am.
Okay.
But I didn't know it until I watched the Arnold documentary. But he was talking about, getting ready for Terminator and how that made his career and everything like that. But he talked about how originally he wanted to play Kyle Reese, right?
Yeah.
And they wanted a different guy for the Terminator. Can you guess? But they said they couldn't cast him because he didn't look like a killer.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh no!
Hmm.
Think about that time period.
Time period. We're talking the 80s.
Yeah, late or was that early 80s?
It's like mid to late 80s, I
Yeah.
want to say, but I'm not 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
so
he was popular at that time.
you had Arnold, you had Sylvester.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He is athletic. He's also in Naked Gun.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen?
No.
Oh.
Leslie Nielsen's not athletic. Or he might have been. I don't know. He was an old man, though, at that time. That's not what I'm talking
Bruce Jenner?
about.
Who are we talking about? That's so
O.J.
funny.
Simpson.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Was-
It would have been funny in history.
They didn't cast him as the Terminator because they were like, we just don't think he's a killer.
Did Arnold say that in the documentary?
Yes.
Okay, well that's funny. He made that joke. I doubt they actually said
Well,
that.
I mean, I could see that too because you look at his image at the time. I mean, all he had done really is play football and done Naked Gun. And
Well, he was
Naked
also
Gun,
in-
he was very comedic.
he was also in
very-
Towering Inferno. He was in a few movies.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't the bad guy really. in
Yeah.
those, you know,
Yeah.
this had you to be like a bad, like basically slasher, and for who he was at that time, I don't think they could have gotten away with like him being the Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear them saying like he just doesn't look like a killer.
Okay. You know in Terminator how he says I'll be back?
Yeah.
You know he didn't want to say that. He wanted to say I will be back. Like Arnold. Arnold
Yeah.
did.
They talked about that in the thing too.
Yeah, and James Cameron was like, dude, are you the writer or the fucking star? Listen to what I say. And he was like, I couldn't believe, like, I'd walk on the street and people would go, I'll be back. And I was like, whoa, he was right. There's an interview he did. I was like, that's so funny. Like, just him, like, processing it. Like, here's Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy who doesn't speak English well in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's, like, wanting to say it grammatically right. And James Cameron's like, nah, son, stick to your strengths. and absolutely killed it. Like, 100% annihilated.
That's
One of the
just-
greatest lines.
That's
in-
just the whole documentary.
What did Arnold Schwarzenegger say when he was asked to upgrade to Windows 10? I still love Vista, baby. I still love Vista, baby. That's fucking hilarious, actually.
The whole documentary is just him going,
Why the fuck does... Because he's an old Jewish man. Obviously. I mean, he is Austrian.
Yeah. Well, he talked about that too, because like he was alive not too long after World
The
War II.
Holocaust. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, fucking shit was crazy. My country lost, so I had to deal with like that.
Yeah.
And also, they didn't look too great on that losing side of the war.
Yeah.
And his dad fought in World War II too.
I mean, yeah, so that's crazy.
Dude, some of the footage of this documentary though, where
Is it
he's-
one thing or is it like mini episodes?
It's 3 episodes,
Okay.
and it's broken down in 3 parts: the bodybuilder, the actor, and then the governor. Like,
Mhm.
I think the governor part's called the American or whatever.
Okay.
But
That's funny.
the parts where it cuts, I guess they went back and restored a lot of this interview footage from like the 70s and 80s, because it's like old footage of him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks fucking crystal clear.
Well, yeah,
The audio's
they've been able to
great.
4K a lot of like anything that was on like projector film or
Yeah.
like a certain type of film. They can effectively turn it into 4K video.
And it's amazing because it's like you're right there in the 70s with him, and he's like, he looks great. I mean, like, he looks young. He looks, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think they did it to make him look young, but
Yeah.
it's just like the quality of that old footage being restored is just way, way better.
Did you ever watch Kindergarten Cop?
Yes, it's been forever ago.
What about Twins with him and?
No, I
Danny
want to.
DeVito?
But
Okay.
but
Sorry,
my point
yeah.
is that like at some point I was watching this, I was like, did they go back and recreate this and like just
just make him look
just
younger.
DH him? But no, I guess I'm pretty sure it's all real.
He's not a tumor.
Yeah, I remember that part. It's not a tumor. What the fuck did I do wrong? I love that meme too.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, I want to watch Twins because just knowing that 40 years from then, that Danny DeVito would be in It's Always Sunny gargling beer, and Arnold Schwarzenegger would be a governor of California is hilarious to me because those
Yeah.
were happening at the same time.
Yeah.
And also, could you imagine? And I heard Woody Wilcox make this joke earlier today. If we had got OJ as Terminator, he probably would have been the twin in Twins. Him and Danny DeVito.
No, I don't believe that. That would not have happened.
And then he would have been governor.
And he might not have killed that lady and her boyfriend.
He also would have been making love with Arnold Schwarzenegger's housekeeper.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? There's all kinds of potential.
And then we had this documentary just called Oh.
That guy's name's Orenthal. So crazy.
That'd be even better. Orenthal instead of Arnold. No. He really did.
Everyone knows it's O.J. Simpson. I wonder how many people know Orenthal is his name.
It's like Logan.
You think they ever sit there and they're like, what does O stand for? Is his name Oliver Simpson?
I thought it was orange juice.
Oh, my. Well, I used to call him the Juice.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, thanks, Juice. And if you remember Dave Chappelle's yeah.
He was new to the game.
That motherfucker did that shit. Oh, man. Okay. Let's fucking wrap.
Wait. There's one other thing I want
Dude,
to touch on.
this is the third one other thing.
Okay. This is the last thing. He really hit the nail on the head for, like, aging, though, towards the end of this documentary, because he's like, man, I'm getting older. I'm, like, 70-something years old. Every morning I wake up and I look in the mirror and go, what the fuck happened to me?
He says that? Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, because he drops the F-bomb a lot in this documentary.
Oh, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's funny. Like,
Yeah.
OJ's fun. OJ.
OJ.
Fucking Arnold's funny. Okay, hear me out. Twins, but with O.J. Simpson and Gary Coleman. That could have been incredible. Too bad one's dead.
And the other's, like, out of prison, just in
Stuck,
obscurity.
trapped in Las Vegas. He's, like, not allowed to leave Las
Is he
Vegas.
for real?
Yeah.
Damn, he's
I
like
think. Or he
Elvis towards
might-
the end of his career.
He might be able to move now a little bit, but he's, like, not allowed to leave a certain area.
He's like Elvis towards the end of his career.
Basically, yeah. Anyway.
I
Good night.
smoke a cigar every day because I'm not a loser like you.
Is that what he says?
He says, do you remember that commercial? He's like,
Oh, I do remember that because I'm not a loser like you. Called it Brothers. Okay. Well, you guys have a great night.
two brothers.
It was two brothers. OJ, Gary Coleman, in Brothers.
With that A,
so-
not ER.
So dumb.
And boom goes the night.
And boom goes dynamite. Okay, Copenhagen, I love you. It was a goddamn honor and a privilege to podcast with you tonight. Creighton, you too.
Good night, Creighton.
Good night, Creighton. Everyone have a
Good night, Moon.
good night, everybody. Good night, Jerome. Jerome's
Good
the
night,
parrot.
OJ, wherever you are.